just read you like the opening statements from that, that would be, I think that's perfectly acceptable. It's not something you have a problem listening to or understanding. Let me just see if I can pull up. It'll take a minute while this goes. Do we have another question while I'm looking for this? This young lady here in the hat.
Do you like reading mystical books like Alice in Wonderland or vampires or dragons?
I love dragons. I love dragons. And as much as I'd like to say I read this series, I haven't because I just don't have time, so I thought maybe you all might like it. But I love dragons. I love mystical stuff. I'm not really into, well, vampires, it depends on the story. Zombies, no. Sorry. I draw the line at zombies.
When you were our age, did you think that you were going to be a writer, and if not, when did you decide that you wanted to be a writer?
Well, I think I decided I wanted to be a writer around your age, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. I thought someday, and then someday got put off, but I made it happen.
When you were writing, this is of course assuming you weren't immediately the best writer ever. How was it that you got better and improved on your grammar and just writing style overall?
Ooh, that's a good question. Actually, Marion, excuse me, I'm in. I have it on my Kindle.
Okay, good.
Okay. How did I get better? Practice, I guess. Reading, making sure I understood what they were saying and how it was written, paying attention to my grammar in class. I used to love English, and I always was good at that. And then just practicing and making it better. Yes?
So I noticed on all of your books that you have, they're all like realistic pictures and not drawings. So do you like, why do you have just regular like photography and not drawings?
Because it's easier and it's free. And I can't draw to save my life. I can't. But okay, if you want, I'll just read just a few paragraphs. Is that okay? Okay. This is from the Bridgewater Legacy. This is the last book in the series, and it's like the 5th or 6th generation of the Newkirk family.
What's it called? Like the last one?
It's the Bridgewater Legacy.
Oh.
Okay. It's part of the overall series is the Bridgewater Chronicles. Okay. And this is being told by Regina Newkirk. This is in her voice. And the year is 2036. It's set in the future a little bit. So we have to put our thinking caps on and get out there. And she says, "We are shaped by the people and events that came before us. Their likes and dislikes, their choice of life partner, the vocations they chose, the events they took part in or caused to happen, and the legacies they left behind. I inherited one heck of a legacy. My name is Regina Newkirk. It's not the name I was born with, but it's the name I've chosen for myself. My birth name was Regina Iannetto. My father was an Italian immigrant farmer who came to America with his younger brother and their father. My mother went by 2 names depending on which life she was living at any given moment. Zena Hawkins, the reclusive movie star, or Danielle Newkirk, the bohemian artist living in the Caribbean. The single shining beacon in my lineage is the fact that I am directly descended from the Boston Newkirks, who owned Newkirk Shipping and Trading, and who were pillars of Boston society in their own right. Right after my graduation as valedictorian of my class at Harvard Business School, I petitioned the courts for a name change to better reflect my heritage, and they approved it, and I became Regina Newkirk, Reggie to my friends. At the age of 25, both my brother Nicky and I, they're twins by the way, were given control of the substantial trust funds set up for us by our parents. Through careful investments and planning, I soon amassed enough stock to provide me with a seat on their board of directors. At the moment, there are no more shares to be bought, and so my dream of a takeover or take back is on hold. 2 years ago, my twin brother, who's a screenwriter, not only for our Uncle Joe's soap opera, but for 3 other entertainment venues, came up to me with a plan. He had written several episodes of a drama series based on the Newkirk family and the establishment of Bridgewater. His idea had been rejected by several production companies, and he turned to me with a collaboration and proposal to form a production company of our own. This is where I think you guys will like this. Why my personal history chose to clutter my mind instead of allowing me to enjoy today's clear skies and warming temperatures, I have no idea. The balmy weather afforded me the opportunity to drive my vintage Mercedes convertible with the top down. The car itself screams success to those I passed on Interstate 91. This is in Connecticut, don't forget. With the new bypass for through traffic, I whizzed through Hartford, enjoying the appreciative glances from adjacent drivers who were anxious to see my car. Thereafter, I shortly exited the interstate and made my way to the Wilbur-Cross Parkway. Formerly called the Berlin Turnpike for an old horse path that once was the only connection to Boston and points north, was akin to a traveling salesman's nightmare in that era. Garish retail establishments catered to the lower income folks of central Connecticut, and a wide variety of ancient, seedy-looking motels and eating establishments lined the road. And then I talk about how it became more skyscrapers, and now cars have bypasses, and it's all park-like. So I get to change everything around a little bit. But that's just a little bit of an introduction to Reggie Newkirk. She is very controlled, very powerful, and very, very alone. What can I say? You're alone at the top sometimes. But that's just the introduction to that book. Okay, are there any other questions? Comments?
The bell's about to ring,
Okay, wow.
and we'd like to present you with a certificate of appreciation
Oh,
for
goodness.
coming to our
Thank
school, and
you.
a small gift, let you know we
Look at that
value
kitty
your
cat
presence,
bag.
time, and talent. You're
Well, you've all
welcome.
been a great audience, and if you ever have questions about writing or want to read a couple of book reviews, go out to my website. You can just, oh, okay. There's a place you can just hit on there. Just go up here to contact. It'll take you out to, you can drop me an email. Just tell me what you're doing. If you have any questions about writing, reading, my cats. In my press room, where is it up here? In about, you'll see press room, and you can also go out there and take a look at things that I've done. You might even see something that would lie here. And hopefully I'll put a picture or two up afterwards when we get home today. And there's some videos. I do have a YouTube channel where I do video book reviews, and now my newsletter, if you sign up for a newsletter, I'm doing video newsletters. Okay, thank you.